What is going on, fellas, and welcome to the Director of Football, non-league legend. I was going to say back, but we've not actually played a game as Melbourne Victory yet. If this is your first time here, then you're 131 episodes behind, because this is episode 132, and it's been interesting to say the least. This video should have been released yesterday, but my Director of Football, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter, because my Director of Football is a lunatic. He went out and basically signed whoever he wanted, and it's been hard, to say the least. I've struggled to get players into this registration limit they have. A lot of players have left. One of them being Steve Hay, who is now playing for Perth Glory. He's a good player. I'm sad that he's gone. We were odds on favourite to win the league. We are now third, and I will show you in a second why. Because it is soul destroying what happened. Because every time you have to register players, anybody you don't register gets released. Basically what happened is we brought players in and then had to release a bunch of them almost instantly. So, not ideal. So we are going to go and have a look at the transfers that we've made. We do have a game against Sydney today, who are now odds on to get second. It's fairly close, to be fair. Any of the top four could win. Paul Holbus. All of these offers got rejected because he was supposed to be released, except for Torino's. Actually, no, there was a couple there, but then he just randomly appeared that he was joining AEK. So, that's fine. And Peter Payne, who are you? Oh, you're one of the... So my Director of Football is still signing trialists. Fair enough. Our youth intake came along and it went away. And the only player of note really is this goalkeeper, who looks good. Unambitious is a little bit disappointing, but he looks fruity. South African by birth. We'll have a look at the squad in just a second. This is what we did. These were done before I came along. Hector Vaca, I joined. He complained about not getting enough first team football or something. I literally walked in the door and he was like, I'm not getting enough first team football. So he ended up getting sold. And then my director of football went insane. Just went mental. Jed Bingham came in from non-league Australian side. Looks a decent goalkeeper. So that's good. We have three good goalkeepers now. Then Bruno Fernandes came in, an Indian international centre back from East Bengal for €61,000. East Bengal, team I've managed in the past, not in this save but in a different save. Then Jordan Tornariga is a ex-Hertha player. I do like Hertha Berlin, so when I saw he was being signed, I thought, this is grand. Not really played much recently. He's going to be pretty much nailed on. It's going to be ball playing defender, exactly what I like. Then we brought in Salcedo. This is the same Salcedo that I had at Tigres. He's back at Tigres. We couldn't afford to pay his wages. We paid a lot of money. Played a couple of friendlies. Didn't even start most of the friendlies. Was sent straight back. Then we signed Nkondi, who scored a bunch of goals in Belgium last season. Came in, and then fairly quickly had to leave. Stayed for about 2 months, picked up 2 months worth of paychecks, and then got released because we couldn't put him into the squad. Elzio, another amazing centre back. We have too many centre backs, not enough wing backs. We have no wingers. We have one striker. We've no central midfielders. This is going to be a fantastic season. Elzio is one of our designated players, along with Toranga. So the two of them have to play every game. Then my best player is my right winger, Campbell. Picked up a knock, and my director of football panicked and signed Bernini from another non-league Australian team. Looks a decent player, to be fair to him. He's learning to be an inside forward on the left because, like I said, we have no left wingers. And then, for some reason, on the same day, he signed Lincoln Hoare, another right winger, who again, I'm teaching to be a left inside forward. He came from Brisbane Roar. I'm assuming he didn't make the cut. But then we go to released players, and here that's a big squad, a big lot of players. Notable players that have been released. Ivan Rappa was possibly one of our best players. He's gone. Youssef, gone. Matheson was our best left back. Gone. Graham Hill, he was a decent winger, but not great. Warren Fox literally just made his Australian debut. Released. Flavel was a good right back, but he wasn't first choice. Kevin Bakusu was one of our best centre backs / DMs. He's gone. Lewis Gordon, starting left back, gone. Well, possibly starting left back. Steve Hay, starting left winger, gone. Nkondi, as I said, decent right winger, released. Diego. Oh, I remember I was saying in the last episode that he was potential future captain, released. Quintina Charles was our best striker after Salcedo got sent back after his loan. He got released. Was it? No, Jerry Griffiths was a... Was it Jackson Matheson? I think Jackson Matheson might have been our captain. Was he? Do we have a captain? Ben Campbell's our captain now. Yeah. This guy. Beast. Look at acceleration, agility, natural fitness, pace and determination are so very high. He's got 7 crossing. That's the only issue I can see. And he's slightly injured. But that's fine. We can make do, I suppose. Our key player is a DM. So we're playing with a DM this year. 20 aggression, 19 bravery, 20 determination. This guy is going to kill people. And he's never played a game for us. He just appeared. And he's an absolute tank. Dezic looks a very promising player. He's played 20 games already. He's going to struggle to get into the team this year. My director of football really went hard with centre-backs. But that's fine by me, I suppose. You do only get 5 substitutes, which is something that... definitely going to be an issue, I think, this year. I kind of went and let my assistant just kind of do the numbering. So my starting goalkeeper, number 31, standard. Who doesn't love their starting goalkeeper wearing the number 31? My left winger, number 2, of course. Starting left back, 42. My right winger, number 7, obviously. That's what you want. Backup striker, number 3. That's just... absolutely delightful. And the 16-year-old, who is probably third choice right now, number one. But as you can see, this is the team that we're going to be using to play against Sydney. It's a bit of a mixed bag. We have Mackie in goal, Thomas and Lee Murphy as our wing backs, Elzio and Toranga as our centre back partnership. Am I going to start Lee Murphy at left back? He is carrying a little bit of a knock. Arnold is carrying a knock, so but he's not as injured, so we're actually going to play Arnold instead. Austin is going to play as the DM with Kakic in front of him, who's actually a 16-year-old attacking midfielder. He's probably our second best central midfielder, so he's playing his box-to-box today. Mitchell is actually a right winger who looks decent, so he's going to play as our deep line playmaker. Jack Murphy is going to play on the right, and Bernini is going to play on the left because, like I said, we do not have any left midfielders that aren't playing as a striker in this game. And then we have Tony Holman, who has played 7 games in his entire career. He starts up front. You can see there is an awful lot of players here that really should not be playing in this game. Our entire central midfield are crap. Not one of them even has a full yellow star. They're all grey stars. So this is going to be interesting. My box-to-box midfielder starting at 89% condition. This is going to be a fun season. But we do play Sydney today, so at least we're getting one of the harder games out of the way at the start. I'm just hoping that we can play better football than they do. Justin Horan, you're a striker who's got number 6. Like I said, the number selection this year is rather strange. Yeah. This is the team I know a lot of my players. We played 7 friendlies. 7 friendlies. And nobody's fit. Why do you look familiar? Because you were one of my players at Arsenal. I had him when we were managing Arsenal. He retired, or he didn't retire. Went to Sydney. Oh my god. He's obviously going to score today, but one of my ex-players. Turenga, also 34 years old. That's what you want to see. I know we're underdogs. Go out and do the business. I love how I left a club that had such potential to go to a club that's such scary. Yeah. Players know what they expect of them. League table doesn't work. Fantastic. I thought we were going to get a booking straight away. I was like, that's not ideal. Okay, absolutely nothing has happened. Sydney have had all the shots. But Austin to Murphy. That was fair enough, I suppose. Come on, lads, get creative. So far, almost 20 minutes in, there's been 1 goal in all the games. I'm not expecting to score too many goals. We do have a very, very poor striker up front. But I'd like to think that, maybe we can do something. Bernini gets hacked down, and now Sydney break. We won't be playing in the AFC Champions League this year either, because they got knocked out before I arrived. So that's slightly unfortunate. But what can you do? What can you do? We're just going to have to deal with what we have. And my two best players, my two highest paid players, are my centre backs. And you'd swear that they were the 16-year-olds who'd never kicked a football before. Oh my god. We're down to bottom. We're bottom of the league. Brett Holman really struggling. Bernini struggling as well. To be fair, I can understand why he's struggling. He's playing very out of position. Mitchell's picked up a knock. Bruised ankle. You might just have to play, buddy. You might just have to play. Yeah, show me something else in the second half. Please. Please, lads. You know, all I'm asking is for you to not be absolutely horrendous. There's been 2 sending offs already. Hayes been sent off on his debut for Perth Glory. Not so much glory there now, huh? Thomas to Kakic. Murphy to Mitchell. Thomas. Mitchell. Kakic. Mitchell. Thomas. Tries to get it across him but can't. Elzio. Turanga. Mitchell. Bernini. Holman. Dinks it out to Arnold. Whips it in. Jack Murphy's only gone and scored. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never in doubt. Alright, we need to make a change. Mitchell. Kakic struggling. I'm going to take Mitchell off because he's the one carrying a knock. Brett Holman's been absolutely horrendous to bring on Scott Daly. What do? You want to be pressing forward as well. Fantastic. I'll just leave it at that for... I'll leave it at that for right now, I suppose. Just go very attacking for the last 25 minutes. Just kind of have to hope that we accidentally score. Maybe. I have considered going strikerless because our strikers are so very poor. He wasn't offside. McNamara whips it in. Come on, lads, push forward. Alright, Kakic is dead, so I'm just going to swap everyone around. And yeah, Murphy can be a box to box. Austin, just be a deep lying playmaker. I'm not... Whatever. I didn't expect a whole lot, but I kind of hoped that just sheer determination would have been enough. But no, seems the players aren't that determined to do well. Tries to get a big ball forward but can't. Pippin on for his hat-trick. Gets blocked by, was that Elzio? Guessing it was Elzio. Thomas. Daly. Go on, Daly. Murphy. Through to Austin. Gets tackled. It's all gone a bit Pete Tong. This is the end of game highlight, I hope. Unless we score. Go on, Murphy. We're playing out of. This is going to be a long season. This is going to be a very, very long season. Like, did anybody play well? The keeper had a decent game. Turanga had a decent game. Danny Arnold had a good game, to be fair to him. Michael Austin had a good game, as did Jack Murphy, getting a goal. Still only manages a 7. Bernini with a 6.1. I kind of understand why. You know, he's a right midfield, a right winger, playing as an inside forward. Mitchell's out for 3 days. Murphy makes his international debut and scores, might I add. He's unavailable for loan, because if we loan him out, we're running out of players, essentially. This is definitely going to need some work, because without Campbell is the most important player. If we can get Campbell playing well, we'll be flying. But we also need Austin to play well. We need Turanga to do better as well as Elzio. Like, our back line is probably our strongest point. From our DM back, we're grand. With the first team, we're fine. Lucarelli is a good backup option, and Fernandez is decent as well. Desic. Other than that, we are fucked. We are fucked. Like, this is... We're gonna... I don't want to play with a winger, because we don't have a left winger that we can play. But our best player is a right winger, who basically cannot do anything else other than be a winger. And even then, his crossing is still shocking. So maybe I teach him to be a striker, but his finishing sucks as well. Oh god, this is going to be horrible. Anyway, if you've enjoyed for some reason, then you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. What have I done? Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.